We are back with another guest here and Make It Make Sense. And y'all know that we only talk to the movers, shakers, and the tastemakers. And today we have the lovely
Tone Royal.
Okay, Tone. So we all had a moment, just sit here and chat and
Yeah.
like that. But can you let our viewers know who you are and what it is?
So I'm a musician here in Austin, Texas. Do hip hop, a little bit of R&B, just like you, and then I'm also a professional announcer for the NBA. I announce for Monster Jam and the NCAA and F1 and just a bunch of stuff. So I travel around and just goof off on a microphone. That's about it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I've definitely been to Monster Jam before.
Have you been?
I have.
Which one did you get to? The one here?
The one here, yes.
Okay,
yes.
you probably saw me then.
I felt like a big ass kid. I loved it. I had a great time.
That's the best part of it, though. It really is. There's no other sport like it, know. And then the drivers, they're very interactive with the fans and stuff. So that's what we always want to see.
Yes, I loved it.
It's good.
So can you let people know? Because you're an artist.
Yes.
Artist first.
Yes.
How did you know that you were good? When did you know?
Oh, okay. It took a while because I definitely wasn't good for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, a traumatizing moment was like in middle school in an acting class. This girl was like, "Who can freestyle?" And I thought I could, and I was like, "Let me get on it." And like the whole class went like silent, and they were like, "Don't do that again." So I was like very self-conscious for a long time. And then I think it was my senior year of high school. People were just like messing around in class and freestyling, and then I started. And obviously it was like I was hesitant because I made fun of the last time I did it years ago.
Yeah.
But then I went in and I went off, and everybody was like, "Oh my god!" They were like, "Oh man, like you're dope." And then somehow that turned into somebody recording it. And then one of the teachers found out about it, who was also one of my football coaches, and he was like, "If you can freestyle and I think it's good, then we won't give you an assignment at all this week." And so I did, and he was like, "Now that's talent," and he like walked out of the room. And so then after that, it just started going around where people were like, just this video. So it was a different time before social media.
Oh, I love that. I've definitely tried to freestyle before. It starts out good, but I don't know how to end it sometimes. So I always say something absolutely crazy. So I feel you on that.
It's definitely not my strong suit. I have enough to get by. Like in a live show, I'm definitely like, all right, I'm not thinking about it. I wouldn't say I'm like a freestyle artist like that, but that's when I knew it was good. It was just like, oh, okay, something a little here.
If you can freestyle, you can definitely write.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Love that.
That's me.
You freestyle with it?
I can freestyle. I feel like I could do anything I put my mind to. But I really literally have so many questions that I want to ask you about so many different things. But I really want you to let our viewers know like something that you're most proud of, something that you want to put out to the public. Because I have so many questions. It seems like you've done a lot of great things. You have a lot of great hats. But what's one hat you want to be like, yeah, I'm wearing?
I mean, definitely with music, right? I'm most proud of that because I've had a lot of amazing opportunities. And I think one thing I'm most proud of in myself is that I'm not afraid to fail. There's definitely a lot of insecurities that all of us feel, and especially with social media, anybody can comment on that. But one thing for myself, I'll put myself in situations where I'm like, all right, if it doesn't go well, I'll learn from it and adapt. Luckily, now at this point in my career, whether it's acting, announcing, or whichever, I've been able to, my failures aren't so devastating where I'm like, oh no, but I think that's what I'm most proud of, is just being able to like put myself on the line. And it just happened this past week. Like I got a call from ESPN, and essentially they were just like, we need someone to color commentate this soccer match for the Longhorns, and it was Division I. And I don't do TV broadcasts. I do like in arena or live stuff. And I was like, "Are y'all sure?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I told them, I was like, "I've never done it." And I was able to get through it. And so I was just one of those moments too, where it wasn't like amazing or anything.
A lot of people can do that.
But it's stepping up.
They asked you, everybody they could ask.
Yeah. So it's cool. So it's like, I think I'm most proud of that in myself. Is like, all right, I'm not afraid to try something and see how it goes. So put myself on the line.
Okay.
Yeah.
And speaking of trying stuff, like you put yourself out there. If there is like an artist that you want to work with or something that you want to do in the near future, what would it be?
Oh man, if I could work with any artist, I hate that question. There's so many. I mean, obviously it's like Kendrick Lamar, right? Would that be amazing?
Yes.
Action Bronson is one of my favorite. I don't
That's
know.
a good one.
You see? Okay, see back there, they're like, She slept on. Even like this is kind of wild, but Asher Roth, like people slept on Asher Roth, but I would love to have someone who, he was like a freshman, double XL person and stuff, and then he just fell off pretty hard, but he was also someone who cultivated an audience before social media, and I think being able to work with someone like that would be just astronomical. But I mean, there's so many artists that we saw from the mixtape era specifically. So I mean, Kendrick, Big Sean would be cool. Ludacris would be amazing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great people to work with.
Andre 3000. Like if I could do Outkast, I'd be complete. So that'd be amazing.
Yes.
So
for sure.
yeah.
Okay, so as artists aside, like who would you or what would you do next? Like if you could do like what is your next dream milestone?
Okay, I'll paint a picture for you. So since I do the Texas
paint it
games,
out,
I do a lot of announcing. I would like to pull back on that. I would love to announce for Texas.
But my dream would be like to come in like once a year during let's say I'm a famous musician by this point, big time. But I come in once a year, I just surprise people. Oh man, Ray's hosting the football game. Then I get to do a concert afterwards in the stadium. That's my dream. 10 years from now. Let's go.
lovely.
Taylor Swift level.
You're manifesting it right here, right
Travis
Right
Kelce's
there,
coming too.
y'all
He'll show.
Okay, yes.
Those sell tickets.
I got another question. So, because you announce,
Okay.
is there a different voice that you use with announcing versus your speaking voice and your artist voice?
Yeah, very much so. I feel like I'm stuck all the time because people be like, "You talk like an announcer," and I'm like, "Do I?" Especially my siblings. Like, I'll get in an Uber and I'll be like, "How are you doing?" They're like, "Why'd you say it like that?" But
I know you.
They're like, "What are you doing?" So I'm stuck now because all I do is announce and be on the microphone. But yeah, there's different forms of it. Like if I'm doing a PA announcing thing, that's a lot more professional and projecting. So let's just say it'd be like number 21, Tim Duncan. Like if you're doing that, so there's like super professional.
Yeah, I heard
That's a great one.
You should do like Siri or something. That
See,
was a good
I would love to do Siri. Yeah. Fine tone royal. That's my voice. Finding
You know what? I'm gonna record you one day. You need to tell me where to go.
Yeah, I'm trying, man.
That was nice.
I don't even really follow like sports like that, but I feel like your job is what makes it so entertaining. If it wasn't
for real,
for
it's the
commentators
commentary.
and announcers, I would not know what's going on.
Exactly.
So yeah, I essentially get to just goof off on a microphone. So if you go to the games, I'm the one that's like, it's time to play the Whataburger Fry Shuffle, and like we're tossing, and there's something special in that because it's like I am the direct contact for the fans. So they'll come to me, they get to talk to me. So it's almost like I'm a conduit essentially. Like they're talking to me, and then try to pass on the energy to the team and stuff like that, and also pump up the crowd. So. But yes, do talk differently.
Yes.
Sometimes I do a little bit more southern twang. I don't even realize it though. It's it depends on the week. Like get some boots from Luke Casey. So it's just funny. So you have to like play it, and there's a different thing between it being like.
So there's different calls. It'll be like, okay, you have your on-camera hits. That's what they call it. So you're going on cam, or there'll be like just where it's voiceover during a live event, and that's called VOG, which means voice of God. So that's just literally like it's just your voice.
Okay.
So if you're doing the read, I'll be a little bit more professional on that. So but Pluckers is a proud sponsor of Texas football or something like that. So it just depends.
Awesome.
But it's weird because I don't have to think about
I'm
it.
hearing it like right here.
It's interesting.
But I want to ask you, let's get into your music. What is your next up and coming project? Like, what do we have to
Okay, looking forward to. It's actually I got to do a show with this. We just found out right now.
Yes,
So I'm playing at the Trail of Lights here December 13th. So very exciting because Austin has been growing so much and music capital of the world, and it seems like a lot of these bigger industries and bigger places that will show off artists are now tapping into, I guess, non-traditional music. So it's not rock, it's not country. They reached out to me like, hey, you're a hip hop artist, and they're trying to bring that. So I'm really excited, and we get to do it together. I don't think they've ever had a hip hop act before. So
No.
So you say you're R&B?
R&B, hip hop. Like I'm straight like Lauryn Hill, Erykah Badu.
Oh,
like,
okay.
That's where I'm at. So yeah, I'm rapping and singing on stage. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, and I have a band that plays with me too. So
Okay, me too. Yeah, we both playing live.
Who's all in your what instruments?
So I have drums, keys, bass, and guitar.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a DJ because we still do the tracks.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I wish.
There's just a little something that like
It
pops
is.
a little bit more.
It does. It does.
But then I have like a saxophone player, a guitarist. I do have a drummer and also a conga player, so it's some percussions on it too.
This sounds like it's gonna be live as hell.
It's
It's going to be. It is going to be.
Hip hop and Christmas, man. Hip hop and holiday. We need to push it like that.
Yes.
So I have that and just some other stuff just touring around. I have a national booker. So what's nice, what I was able to kind of finagle was that wherever I travel for announcing gigs, I'll send my dates that I'm going to my national booker, and he'll reach out to venues in their cities. So it's like I get my travel.
Awesome.
You
and
got a
all this stuff.
booker.
Yeah, so we're trying. It's good.
Big shot.
Okay.
But what can we, like, for those who don't know anything about your next show and your next performance, how can they check that out? Like, how can we reach out and look into what you got going on?
Yeah, so it's at Tone Royal Music if you want to type it, or you can just Google me. I'll pop up. It's at
Google
it's just
him!
Google me.
Yes.
You say,
Google
but-
him.
Yes.
Yeah, Tone Royal. Shoot me a message. Say that you saw me right here, and
Yeah.
I always try to message back at least.
Yes,
So
that's
we'll see. Yeah.
We have enjoyed having you here. Like, I still have more questions. I know Yaya got more questions. I know you got more questions. But we are at the end of it. We could go on all
Well,
day.
I'll come back.
We'll do it again.
We could go on all day. But thank you for coming out. Please, thank you. I'm ready to see you at Zucker Park. Like, I'm
Yeah,
excited.
well, I'm ready to see
I'm
you.
excited. So if y'all could please clap it up for Tone Royal. We'll be right back with our next guest. Yeah, that was
Hey,
great. That was